Is it a conspiracy theory? Is it collusion? Is it an illusion? Is there favoritism with Daniel Bryan siding with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? This is the SmackDown review. Share and subscribe. Leave your comments and your opinions. Let me know in the comment section if you're receiving my uploads and videos on time, hours later, or a day later. Remember to share and subscribe. This is the SmackDown review. I'm going to try and give a Raw review and a SmackDown review each and every Monday and Tuesday night, as long as I get enough views, comments, opinions, and likes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about, the differences. And while it's nothing extraordinary or nothing wow, it's still an improvement, still better than Monday Night Raw. I still favor the blue brand. I still favor SmackDown Live because there is development, there is storyline, there is intrigue. You know, there is something to bring you from one week to the next. And that's what I asked from Monday Night Raw. So tonight, we thought we saw the crowning of brand new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. We thought the Usos lost the championships, but that was not to be. So we already started SmackDown off in a major way. But that's not even how we kicked off the SmackDown Blue brand on Tuesday night on the USA Network. Remember to share and subscribe and smash that bell right now. But aside from that, viewers and subscribers, we had United States title contention. We had Xavier Woods in the ring. We had Rusev Day in full command. We even saw the women, the girls of SmackDown Live compete. We saw Naomi return. We saw Becky Lynch return. You see how there's consistency, continuity, storyline. There's development. There's progress. There's involvement. There are things taking shape, and this whole Daniel Bryan, I'm gonna be quite frankly all over the place because there were some things in the Bludgeon Brothers absolutely destroyed Breezango. You know, there was just no chance there. There was no chance at all, and I thought this was going to be an opportunity to build up. This is there are some things I didn't agree with, some things I was kind of soured on. We saw the Ascension, the Ascension. They should have built the Ascension up. They should have made the Ascension look worthy. They should have made the Ascension look credible. Because now the Ascension, where do they go from here? What happens now? Once again, on SmackDown, I talk about development and progress and storyline, and you do get a heck of a lot more. You get a lot, more depth on SmackDown than you do Monday Night Raw. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. But who is going to be believable? Who's going to be stepping up? Who is going to be a legit challenger? Who's going to toughen up to go against the Bludgeon Brothers? I mean, I think this would have been a great opportunity to build back up the Ascension. I'm not saying the Ascension had to win or dominate, but make them look like a threat. Make them look worthy. So that's, one of the things I didn't agree with. And in my opinion, even though, Shelton Benjamin and Gable didn't become the new tag team champions tonight, although we thought they did. And, once again, we're gonna dive a little bit more into that. I think, the controversy and the conflict in since when does another referee come out and say, oh, well, yeah, I saw the replay. I noticed what happened. Since when do we have replay rules? Since when does that come into fruition? Since when does that come into playing again? So, in my opinion, I think the Usos should have lost the tag team titles. I think there should have been a rematch. I think Benjamin and his tag team partners still deserve a rematch for the SmackDown tag team titles, regardless, and make it a tornado tag team match. That's how I would go about that, the excellence of this. But, the brilliance with this whole Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and, AJ Styles is sick and tired of it. AJ Styles has had enough of this Kevin Owens show and Sami Zayn show. And Shane McMahon, I mean, this whole thing is it's just going to, grow and get even more thorough before our very eyes. Because, right now, it's really looking, I mean, Daniel Bryan has the audacity, the gall, the nerve to book AJ Styles in a handicap match at the Royal Rumble with the WWE Championship on the line. You have got to be kidding me. Daniel Bryan is going to all extreme lows. Is it favoritism? Is it controversy? Is it conflict? What is going on? Does Daniel Bryan have it in? The only other way I could see this coming to a conclusion and end is at WrestleMania, with Vince McMahon, or Mr. McMahon, as we'll call him, Mr. McMahon, making his emphatic return and firing Daniel Bryan, or Daniel Bryan getting back into the ring, or some kind of tag team match. That's the only way I can really see this kind of ending and, the end game at it. But viewers and subscribers, aside from all of that, AJ Styles gets defeated by Kevin Owens last week, and this week by Sami Zayn. So now, AJ Styles, obviously, he's getting mad. AJ Styles is getting irritated. And can you blame the phenomenal AJ Styles? And remember, if this video gets enough views, comments, and shares, and likes, I will continue the weekly Raw and SmackDown reviews back-to-back nights, Monday and Tuesday nights. And if, this gets over and enough people are interested in it, I might even go live with it as the show's on or after the show. We'll see where it goes, but we're going to go with this theme for right now. And, there are a couple other takeaways from SmackDown Live tonight, viewers and subscribers. And, Rusev Day, I mean, that thing's getting over. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't really get it. I'm not really too involved with Rusev, but I do enjoy his character. I do enjoy, what he brings to the ring. And, even Aiden English in his own right, he may not look like much, but the guy definitely does deliver. But Xavier Woods does advance in the United States Championship Tournament. Remember the rumors that stated that Dolph Ziggler would come back with his own version of the U.S. title, and there would be a new undisputed champion crowned. A new undisputed United States champion crown, my mistake. But all in all, from top to bottom, SmackDown, in my opinion, was a good show. And SmackDown, of course, as we all know, SmackDown did start off, in a pretty big way. You had, all the combustible units and all the combustible elements. And you know what the first of SmackDown did tonight? You know what the beginnings of SmackDown did? It set the plate. It set the tone for the rest of the night. That's exactly what it did. On a night where we saw a championship match, we saw returns, we saw animosity, we saw conflict, we saw controversy, we saw favoritism. See all these things that we saw, see all these things that we got, see what SmackDown represented tonight. Once again, I'm not coming on here and say, it was stellar, and it was over the top, and it was the best SmackDown of all time. But when you compare Raw and SmackDown right now, there's just no comparison. I was definitely in favor of SmackDown tonight. And that's what I like about SmackDown. It sets the table. It sets the tone for what you're going to get and anticipate and, not so much expect, but because, really, did you see all the fans? Did you see the people in attendance? They were stunned when AJ Styles lost. And then when AJ Styles was all mad and got on the mic and said, why don't I just face you two in a handicap match? Not really thinking that Daniel Bryan would capitalize and say, that's it. We're going to make a handicap match. And then when Kevin Owens got thrown out from ringside during this match with Sami Zayn and AJ Styles, Shane McMahon was going to, Daniel Bryan said, well, if Kevin Owens is going to leave, well, then Shane McMahon, you should leave too. And as that's going on, 1, 2, 3, AJ Styles is looking up at the lights. So, ladies and gentlemen, I like where this is going. I really do. And there's so many things I could say that's better on SmackDown than Raw right now. Like I said, just those couple things alone, storyline and progress, and it just all around SmackDown is doing a better job for me, but that's just me. That's where I'm getting at. So viewers and subscribers, your comments and your opinions, and what did you think about SmackDown tonight? And since SmackDown's only a 2-hour show, I'm going to go out of 5 stars and say SmackDown was 4.5, 4 out of 5 stars. I'll give it 4 out of 5 stars tonight because, like I said, when you go back and look at SmackDown, we saw a title match, we saw returns with Becky Lynch and Naomi, and we saw controversies. We saw conflict. So we saw animosity. It got very heated. It got very volatile on SmackDown Live. So viewers and subscribers, your comments and your opinions, more to come from the Brash and Brazen, Sean's View Entertainment, where I keep it prolific, consistent, and dedicated. And what does this mean for the fate and the future of AJ Styles and the WWE title?